Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the third episode of Chio-chan no Tsuugakuro, or Chio School Road. Now, this anime, if you don't know, this is actually, currently it's my favorite anime of the season, the thing I look forward to the most. The last episode was just great. We got to meet some new fun characters like, say, Manana, who I thought had a really great dynamic with Chio. Just seeing them back and forth was that was fantastic. Also continue to get more of Hosokawa, who also continues to be an enjoyable character, but she's a good girl as opposed to Manana, which is kind of not. But yeah, definitely a very fun anime, so I'm looking forward to see what we get this episode, so let's watch it and find out what that is. 3, 2, 1, play. Start with the opening as always. I do think there's one more character we haven't met so far, because I think there's 4 characters listed on the MyAnimeLIst page. I think the last one was called Madoka or something. I don't think we've seen her yet. And cut! Right to the face. Still need to see that scene. Also need to, you know, learn what that's about. Hit her in a weak point for massive damage. Some girls have fancy crowns, some of them have fancy mustaches. And some of them are just, you know, there. And yeah, plenty of other side characters to meet as well. Dude, you might want to take care of that real quick. Bloody Butterfly Effect 2. So that's coming back. It's gonna be all... Another bike, of course. Well, multiple. Yeah, one of them even has that typical delinquent hair. I don't think you'll actually be able to avoid them. Just a feeling. There we go. The famous Bloody Butterfly. That's the girl back there. Well, just could not fight your curiosity when you hear people talking about you, can you? Well, of course, word's gonna spread after that. You did do that. Well, what did you expect? uh, Sounds like a good story. They keep saying the name. I don't know what the meaning of the name is supposed to be. Oh, okay, yeah. Makes sense. I totally get what you mean. uh, that word's gonna lose a meaning to me eventually. Interesting exercises you're doing. It did. It is quite a surprise, I suppose. That's totally what she does. Also has 3 legs now. uh, yeah, I bet. Well, just check over there. You'll find her pretty quick. So are you. I'm waiting for them to see her. That's gotta happen. I mean, he would know where she goes to school, right? Because he gave her a ride. Well, she's right there. Almost like a horror movie thing where she's suddenly behind everyone. There's a butterfly right behind you, and it happens to be bloody as well. The music, too. Her bloody cocoon, of course. Not as bloody as I expected. Yeah, you were expecting wings or blood, weren't you? Or at least tattoos of a butterfly. Yeah, he built you up way too much. I want blood, of course. And if you have a pet butterfly on you, I'll take that as well. She would be so intimidating without the fire behind her, though. Yeah, if you make one move against her, it'll be the last thing you ever do. Clearly, it's a love confession scene. Is that really it? Yeah, he's not on your level. Oh, okay. How's he gonna take that? Is he even gonna believe her? Yes. That muffler thing. And then it's all out in the open. And then he kills her. Then the show ends. Yeah. Yeah, he's the type to actually listen. uh, Basically it, yeah. Yes, she made a fool of you. Man, that makes it so much worse too. Yeah, because he did tell his friends as well. Probably should have told them the truth earlier. Ah. Okay. Ouch. And then he tells his friends that injuries from bloody butterfly. Everyone knows. Well, that's good. But you might want to get that dealt with. Okay, this should be fun. Oh, here we go. Uh, little did they know his real opponent was that wall. That slow walk. And then they just go over there and kill her. Her fists are like a wall, man. You don't understand. Or something. They're actually buying this. Yeah, not because it's lame or anything. Oh no, now what? You have one job, run away. Those butterflies are not nearly bloody enough. You know what would change that is I'm landing on Ando's forehead. Well, you did say run away, not drive away. It's kind of your fault. Like, entirely your fault. You know, with the blood on his face, almost like cracks in his face rather than dripping blood. uh, I don't know. Yeah, what about it? Bloody something or other. I guess you would know, yeah. Yes, obviously. Yeah. Clearly the name you're thinking of is Bloody Panties. I'm sure that's what it is. Bloody Butterfly. I'm immediately gonna change it. Wow. Cabatic 4? Why not? Yeah, I'm sure CQC skills are amazing. It broken in half. You can't just... Can't really see something in a game, practice it for a couple hours, and then be able to do it well. Oh. Here we go. Oh, man. This escalated quickly. I'd rather die. True enough. When in doubt, fake it. It's a good point. Titania is definitely athletic, but, you know. Wow, it's harsh. Missing pet. A bit. It does. Okay, I've got to get dizzy. Wow. That's just scary. I bet. Yeah, I had no idea what you're even on about. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I think this is the woman from the opening. Okay. Fit in that she shows up now then. We summoned her, clearly. Yeah, they did say that. Yeah, totally, that's it. uh, Gotta watch what you talk about in public, I guess. It did. uh, okay. Yes, with a serious look on her face. So it's about girls touching each other. I like it so far. Somewhat, I guess. You try to say that out loud might help. Oh. I do like this game. Sounds amazing. Well, we gotta go now. No. Oh, you can't just make that a rule. I bet. How many people actually care about this game? But they're not, though. We would never do such a thing. What are you talking about? Yeah, because she wants you to join. Yes, you must obey your senpai after all. That's how Japanese schools work. You wouldn't have said that if I didn't favor you. Oh. Best game ever so far. I don't know, I'm okay with this too. Yeah, I bet. Well, it's not over till someone dies. Sound effect. Oh, you could raid me anytime. Yeah, so... Isn't she part of the soft tennis club anyway? She can't really just join another club without quitting that one, I guess. Yes, clearly. But yeah, the more I see it, the more I like this sport. Oh, you probably never heard of it. The Kabadabadabadabadabadabadi Club. uh... Of course. Get it right, losers. I mean, Hosokawa's having fun, so... Now you raid those girls well. She's got a game face on. We already established she's athletic, so she should be able to do this. I mean, there's probably a video game about this. She makes her own rules. There's another word that's losing on meaning to me, I would say, but it never had meaning to me to begin with, so... They dodged. Oh no, she grabbed her arm. Do it. Here we go. Smack her into her. Yes. Yes, this game is amazing. Very amazing. I got her to let go. Maybe we should join this club after all. Hey, why would you ever move your arm? Good job. That's... you win. Arm is still there. I mean, nothing you can do. Her arm's basically stuck, so yeah, just go to school that way. You knew. Okay. Okay, so that's why she hasn't moved her arm. Makes sense. She's... I feel like I can relate to this character a bit. Yes, that's a good point. Sounds about right. I like how she still says this while her arm's still in her crotch. Okay, let's not ask for the impossible here. You can't really willingly move your arm from paradise. Well, she partially moved, but I think that's as far as she's getting. Yes. Oh god. I noticed. I definitely noticed. Well, that scene is... That scene may or may not have got me a bit of an awkward boner, but it's fine. I'm sure it'll go down eventually. You can borrow some of hers. I'm sure she'll be willing to lend them out. Probably. Wow, are you just trying to bait them into joining? It sounds... I'm not surprised to hear that. I don't think it actually did. Comedy indeed. Someone should play the comedy drinking game. You know, if they want to die of alcohol poisoning. I mean, not that they said bloody butterfly a lot in this episode, but good god. That entire segment was just... Comedy, 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 comedy. Well, we finally met the jiggly girl from the opening. And she was something, alright. I'm not sure if I'd like this more or less on the last episode. I'd say at least as much. The comedy stuff was just amazing. Ryu just kicking him. I wonder how much of a recurring character Ando will be. So that was the third episode of Chio-chan no Tsuugakuro. And the first scene we got was a continuation of our bloody butterfly shenanigans. Basically, the Ando had heard, obviously, about Chio-chan's supposed exploits and told his biker buddies about it. And she overheard this, and it eventually became too much for her, hearing them just say her online handle over and over again, bloody butterfly, bloody butterfly, bloody butterfly, and it was hard to take. So eventually, she just kind of inserted her into the situation, and then, yeah, then she had a nice little private talk with Ando, where she cleared up the misunderstanding. She's not actually the person she led him to believe. It was all just, you know, her spinning her video game stuff into a way that made that sounded a lot cooler than it actually was. And because he's the listener, he listened to that and he realized what's up, but he wanted to at least keep the ruse going so he wouldn't embarrass himself in front of his friends or whatever. So he slammed his head against the wall, injuring himself, and it's like, guys, bloody butterfly got me. I couldn't overpower her. That small high school girl was just too much for me. Her unarmedness and all that. So right, everyone, run away, run away. No, I won't leave, abandon you, run away. I said run away. Okay, bye. And that's just kind of how that scene ended. But I don't know, Dis seemed like a pretty cool guy. I assume we'll get more of him going forward because, like, he's pretty... I mean, he's somewhat prominent in the opening. Like, I think he's, like, the last thing you see. After it goes by that row of people, you see him, and then you see his down fly. So, yeah, I think we might get more of him. So, the second half of the episode, which, in my opinion, is by far the best half of it, we got to see Chio and Manana pretty much walking together, and they strike up a fun conversation. Now, basically, you had Chio, who had been looking at cool action scenes and trying to imitate them, wanting to imitate them using her friend Manana, which is a great idea, but she was a little bit hesitant for that, but eventually she ended up doing it anyway, and just, you know, threatening her to get information out of her over a staircase, that was quite a cool little scene there. But luckily nobody died from that. I think they're having a bit of a conversation about, like, you know, the fact that Chio is athletic, but it's kind of wasted on her, and she doesn't really want to, like, show off her athletic ability because then, you know, a lot of expectations are levied on you and all that, so she kind of tries to, you know, avoid all that. I mean, she is technically in a sports club, the soft tennis club, but, you know, nothing really beyond that. So we get to see her doing the one sidestep thing, basically, you know, showing off how athletic she is, and then just started saying kabaddi, 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 kabaddi with her eyes wide open as she did it, which looked very funny. Very silly. Manana certainly got a kick out of that. However, these two would very much regret doing this, because apparently there's a kabaddi club at the school, and they managed to meet Madoka here, who is like I think she said she was the president of the club or whatever. But basically, yeah, she overheard them apparently having an interest in kabaddi, so she said, hey, you guys clearly think kabaddi is awesome and want to learn more about it, so, you know, I'll be more than happy to help you with that. Of course, they don't actually care really at all and don't want to do this, but, you know, they kind of dug that grave, so they kind of have to lie in it now. And yeah, they basically she basically teaching them the rules, how to do it, and then they were gonna do a practice game. Of course, Chio and Manana didn't really want to do the practice game, but it's too late to say no now, you're too far in. So that's what they did. Now, this entire scene was just great, this whole kabaddi thing. Okay, this girl Madoka, she's teaching them you know, the rules of kabaddi and all that. And the more she showed it off, the more I was thinking, wow, this is a great sport. I'd be more than happy to watch cute girls play the sport together. And my thoughts started to make more and more sense, because my thoughts really aren't that different than, say, Madoka's thoughts, because it was eventually revealed that she does like girls. So that's why we do see her doing that loving embrace of Hosokawa there, and all that other stuff she did. So a lot of things suddenly made sense and fell into place when we got the reveal, and that was a big part of the reason why I love this entire segment as much as I did. I did quite love the difference in treatment between the little example with Madoka and Hosokawa, and then when she actually did it to Manana, just tackling her to the ground, holding her like that and saying, you can't leave, you can't leave. That was pretty great. I also just enjoyed how much Hosokawa looked like she was having fun. Like, every time we got a decent shot of her face during this game, she just looked like she was having a great time, just having a lot of fun. Like, just pure innocent fun, not the, you know, lewd kind of fun that Madoka was having. Now, it was fun watching Hosokawa chasing after Chio as the raider. That was fun for a while, especially just, you know, like I said, the great faces Hosokawa makes and the painted shot we got. It was all great stuff, but I think this really, really escalated once Chio became the raider and fully attempted to tap into her game brain in order to maximize her skills at this. And yeah, she did pretty well, and that's what led to the amazing scene of her just bringing Madoka's arm to Hosokawa's crotch and around and onto her back and all that, because Chio is apparently very observant, very perceptive, because she picked up on the fact that Madoka is just enjoying just touching these girls. That's kind of what she really enjoys about the sport. So she definitely was able to levy that to her advantage, which was very brilliant. I don't know why Chio keeps calling herself a below-average student. She's you know, clearly amazing in many ways. You know, one thing I thought was a nice touch is when you had Chio put Madoka's arm underneath Hosokawa like that. I like how her arm was very sweaty, because with my imagination I can imagine that not actually being sweat. But also to look the close-up on Madoka's face at that moment as well was also pretty great. She was like, oh my god, this is actually happening. I'm not sure how to process this amazing development. Like, that was good. That was good too. And this whole, like I said, this whole scene was just amazing because Madoka's arm was there. I was like, hey, why isn't she like pulling her arm away and chasing after Chio? I mean, it's not like her arm's stuck or anything. I thought, oh well, maybe just the shock of this development's just, you know, it takes her a couple seconds to really recover from, you know, the surprise of all of this. But once we realized that Madoka very much likes that position her arm is in, suddenly it made a lot more sense, and the strategy made more sense as well overall, because if Chio knows that about Madoka, she would know that, hey, there's no way she would possibly move her arm away from such a wonderful position, like no sane person would. So, because Chio just needed to make sure she could get to the other side, all she had to do was give Madoka something to do that she wants to do, that she can't pull herself away from, long enough for Chio to do that. So that was honestly just a brilliant strategy. I liked that a lot. And just the scene just kept getting better because Madoka just kept her arm there as she, you know, asked Chio, like, you know, hey, what's up with all this and everything. Meanwhile, you have Hosokawa there, just, senpai, please move your arm. I can't handle this. Chio's explanation, basically saying how she figured out, you know, what's up with Madoka was great too, because you got to see all these close-ups on Madoka's faces, and they were just all amazing, like especially the one where she was looking at Hosokawa's skirt. That was just, Madoka. Madoka's pretty great. I'm glad she's in the show now. You know, although it's the episode 2 is probably overall a better episode, this episode had by far the best scene of the entire series so far, and that would be the kabaddi stuff. Like, before this, I hadn't even heard of kabaddi, like, ever. Hopefully I'm not alone in that. But after this, I think I have enough of an interest in kabaddi that I do want a kabaddi anime with girls playing the sport. That's something I want now. I didn't know I wanted that before, but I definitely do want that now. That would just be amazing. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.